Hey, how y'all doing today? Another day for me to voice my opinion. Yay! I do these for me, folks. If I don't, I sit around and get stressed. Never had so many issues in my life that didn't really revolve around me. Good thing for growing up and getting smarter. Look, man, I want to talk today about voting. Voting's an important thing. You know, that's what we do to decide who's going to be the next person who's going to run a president, governor, mayor, whatever you're voting for. It's an important thing. Even if it's just a small little group of people and you're voting for one person to be the voice for those people, it's important because you want to choose that person that's going to be the right person for the job. Well, today we got this thing going on where we got this mail-in voting. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Mail-in voting. Hey, mail-in voting. I'm gonna mail that sucker in. I ain't got to do nothing. Just receive it in the mail, put my little John Hancock on it, and stick it back in the mail and watch it fly away. It sounds good. God, it sounds good. But let's be honest. I think that if anybody's been around long enough and seen enough that they realize that if anybody can get away with something, they're going to try to get away with it. If anybody can find a loophole or some way to manipulate the system, they're going to do it. You see, that's what mail-in voting does. You see, it ain't about getting Trump as a president. It ain't about getting Biden as president. It's about making sure that the people's word's heard. You know, your one vote. Your vote counts. That's important. That's important that your vote counts. Your one vote. See, we choose mail-in voting. We're opening up a plethora of opportunities for people to take advantage of the system. See, we're going to start off with the fact that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party both have flawed records on who their voters are. You ask what that may be. How can they be flawed? Well, they've still got people registered who aren't alive. See, they don't connect with death records. People don't notify, hey, I died, I'm not going to vote, but their name's still on there. So that means that person's going to get a card. Or that means that somebody's going to get a card in that person's name. People move to other states. So that means that this state's got them registered and they're going to send it to this address that they don't even live in it no more. They live somewhere else. Or they've moved numerous times. Or that house has had numerous people living in it who are registered to vote who aren't there no more. There's a lady who has got 5 voter cards in the mail. None of them was her. None of them lived in that house. None of them had lived in that house for years. But she still got them. See, therein lies the problem. Therein lies the potential for fraud. Because you get that person that's well-spoken, the never-Trumper, or the mega all-the-way person. Well, they're going to think, wow, check this out. I get to vote 5 times. They're going to put that in the mail and send it in. See, if you got a voter ID, you got your driver's license, you got your personal ID, proves where you live, where you're from, who you are, you get one vote. You walk in, you do your little thing, you're registered, you get put in there, and you walk away and you're done. There ain't no fraud there. So you got to have that ID to drive. You got to have that ID to buy cigarettes. You got to have that ID to get in the bar. You got to have that ID to get liquor. You got to have that ID to do a multitude of things, including getting in the military. But I can't have to have that ID to vote. There's nothing racist about having that ID to vote. See, the thing is they're saying that Russia, China, Ukraine, all these places are wanting to interfere in our election. But let's be honest. If I don't have that ID, then that means that they can come over here and visit in the month of November. I'll walk in and vote, and then go back home. All of a sudden, you got 1 million people showing up in a state so that they make sure they can win that state. That voter ID stops that. We got a video of a guy that postman. Yeah, a postman throwing a stack of voters away. See, he has that opportunity. He's driving up and down the road all day long. He sees if you got that MAGA sign in your driveway or that Joe Biden sign in your driveway. If he's all Republican, then he's going to throw away the Joe Biden votes. If he's all Democrat, he's going to throw away the Trump votes. He has that choice. Now, I know you want to believe in your heart and soul, just like me, that everybody's good people, but everybody's not good people. That's unrealistic expectation if you believe that everybody out there is going to do the right thing. Because it ain't going to happen. If you give somebody an opportunity, most people will take advantage of that opportunity. See, this whole system's off. We got a lady right now who did a video. Her husband, and her cat got a voter's card. Her cat. I mean, I got dogs and cats. I put their names in. Hell, that's all good 6 extra votes the way I want it to be. But to be honest with you, I don't think they have the intellectual capacity to decide who the next president should be. The only thing they care about is it dinner time? Are you going to go play with me? Throw the ball, Daddy, throw the ball. That's my animals. But, you know, hey, that's the way things are, man. That's where we stand right now today. You have to make a choice on what's going to be the right thing to do. And you have to accept the fact that some people are just going to do anything they can to make their word prominent. Look, I got love. I got lots of heart for you. Remember that we need to do the right thing. Now, one last thing I'll leave on this one. We got mail-in voting and we got absentee voting. Now, let's be honest. Mail-in voting, you get a card, you mail it in. Absentee voting, you actually have to fill out some paperwork and you have to give an excuse as to why you're not going to be doing that. And some states are trying to make it easier for this COVID-19, but you're still registered. You're still a number. They're expecting that vote to come in that way. They're not expecting you to just mail something in. They're expecting you either vote that way or to walk in and push a button on a machine. Look, don't give people a chance to cheat us. Let's do this the right way. Let's make it legit. 1 vote per person. Much love, much peace. Talk to you again.